There's some really, really good people in our business who have a tremendous amount of experience that you don't really ever hear from. And it's because they're afraid of getting smoked on social media over answering a question or putting out a video that'll help somebody. And I just find that to be absurd. Like, they're super talented people.
Well, there's I think there's this too, and I'll get on my soapbox for just a minute. There's people, or what I'd like to call insurance influencers, that have made a certain level of income or whatever it is. And so they believe with 100% certainty that they are, what they're saying is the best. And they're the absolute, nobody's better because I've done these things. And there's a bravado about it. And I love it. But it's realizing that you're probably not right all the time.
Correct. Yes.
And you listen, I could be saying stuff and it could be completely wrong, right? Probably half the things I'm saying are completely wrong. I don't know, but it's all that I know. It's who I am. It's all that I've ever done.
And you've lived it.
I've lived it.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I just woke up and I'm like, how did I get here? You know what I mean? What happened? And I have people reaching out to me every single day going like, man, I'm like watching you. What's going on? I want to work with you. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, man. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? And it just, it over time, it'll work out. I think so many people rush and try to get there faster because of what they're seeing on social media of some people.
Yes.
That they're trying to rush there. And this is a journey. This is a marathon, not a sprint, right? But I think also in the sprint, there's a sprinting portion that you have. There's parts of the race where you do sprint and do a lot more and then slow down. And I talk about this all the time. It's work until you're tired and sleep until you're not.
Yeah.
And have a work-life balance. So you see some of the people and they're like, man, like, you don't need to be that. Just be authentic to yourself. Like, do what you want to do. I love watching you, Chase, on your kids, games and what you're doing there and going enjoying your life, right? Like, I enjoy watching that stuff.
Yep.
And people think that I'm just producing content all the time. A lot of time I'm watching content and watching people enjoy it. I'm like, I wish I could do that. You know what I mean? Well, and so,
that's where, like, we've had a conversation, and I'm gonna get personal. I haven't really ever said this before. Not that it's groundbreaking or earth shattering, but to that point you just made, my wife and I have discussed in the past. She's like, you probably need to have two different types of Facebook. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you need one for business and you need one for personal. I'm like, well, I don't really agree with that, but I'd like to hear why you believe that. And it's, well, most of what you post, if it's work related, you're congratulating someone that you work with. You're congratulating an agent that you work with on a huge week, a big month, or one of your internal team members on a great job, or welcome to the team. She's like, but you blur the lines. And I'm not indicting my wife on this. It's just, it was an interesting conversation to me.
Sure.
You're blurring the lines of personal and business because you're posting about the kids and, Rocky's got football coming up, or here's a highlight, or Abby's tournament, whatever. And I kind of looked at her and I was like, I do understand your perspective on that. Maybe in some form or fashion, I do need to have just a personal and a work, personal and professional. But I don't think that doesn't work for me, because what we do is so relationship focused in our business with our clients, with the agents that we serve, our carrier relationships that don't get talked about enough.
Yeah.
We spend so much time, whether it be with clients, with agents, with carrier representatives and relationships. I don't want them to see part of me. I don't want a sliver of me not showing to them. So it's like, why would I have two? We've got an Equita Facebook page. We've got an Equita website. Like, we spend time together. So for me, I kind of decided, it was like, I don't need to have that separation. Not to derail the entire topic, but.
Well, no, you're 100% right. And if you look back at a lot of our conversations, when I call you, you call me, we're not immediately just talking about business. It's like, if anybody calls me, you're going to get the same thing every single time.